When we talk about relationships, it's impossible to ignore the impact that past experiences have on our choices in love. But what happens when those experiences aren't just past incidents, but deep emotional imprints that shape our behaviors and desires in the present? A lot of women find themselves unconsciously choosing the same type of man because they are driven by unresolved emotional patterns from their childhood, their first relationships, or their earliest experiences with love and attachment. This pattern often leads to an endless cycle of choosing the same type of man, even when he isn't the right fit for her well-being or happiness. One of the first things to understand is that these patterns are deeply ingrained, and they come from a place of vulnerability. A woman who constantly chooses men who are emotionally unavailable, distant, or even toxic might have grown up in an environment where love was conditional or inconsistent. Perhaps her father was absent or emotionally distant, or maybe her mother was always caught in relationships that were full of drama and instability. If love was unpredictable, or if emotional needs were not met in the past, it's not uncommon for her to look for these same emotional dynamics in her adult relationships. This unconscious search for familiarity can create a sense of comfort, even when the relationship is emotionally damaging. There is something about these familiar dynamics that feel right because they mirror the early experiences of love and attachment. It's as if the woman is trying to rewrite her emotional history, hoping that this time things will turn out differently. Yet, in reality, the emotional wounds that haven't been healed continue to play out in the same way, creating heartache and frustration. What's even more difficult to process is that many women don't even realize they are caught in this cycle until they've experienced it multiple times. They may meet someone who seems like the perfect match, someone who promises change, or someone who gives them the excitement and passion they crave. But all too often, they find themselves back in the same painful situation, feeling neglected, misunderstood, or emotionally drained. This cycle repeats itself, and the woman might wonder why she keeps falling for the same type of person, despite her best intentions to find someone different. Breaking free from this cycle starts with recognizing it. It starts with understanding that choosing the same type of partner isn't a random occurrence. It's a reflection of deep emotional patterns. It's about identifying the emotional needs that have not been met and understanding that these unmet needs are the driving force behind her choices. Once a woman becomes aware of these patterns, she can begin to make conscious decisions about what she truly needs in a partner, rather than relying on unconscious impulses. This shift in awareness doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process of self-reflection, growth, and emotional healing. It involves learning to embrace vulnerability and being honest with oneself about the emotional patterns that have been repeated in the past. It's not always easy to face these truths, and often it requires the woman to let go of past ideas about what love should look like. For many women, love has been associated with chaos, unpredictability, or intensity, and letting go of these ideas can feel like a loss. But in reality, it's a step toward gaining something more valuable, a healthy, stable, and fulfilling relationship. In the process of breaking these patterns, it's essential for women to learn to set healthy boundaries. One of the most common reasons women end up with the same type of man is that they don't set clear emotional boundaries in relationships. They may tolerate behavior that isn't acceptable or allow their needs to be neglected in the name of love. This pattern of boundarylessness stems from a desire to please, to be loved, or to avoid conflict. But it only leads to emotional exhaustion and frustration. Establishing strong emotional boundaries is a crucial step in learning to choose the right partner. Someone who respects you, values your needs, and treats you with the love and care you deserve. Another important aspect of breaking the cycle is learning to embrace self-love and self-worth. When a woman knows her own worth, she will no longer tolerate unhealthy relationships or settle for partners who do not honor her value. She will begin to make decisions from a place of strength and confidence, knowing that she deserves a relationship that is mutually fulfilling and supportive. Self-love doesn't mean being perfect, nor does it mean being completely independent or closed off from others. It means knowing that you are worthy of love, respect, and care, and not accepting anything less than what aligns with your own values and needs. It's also crucial to understand that breaking the pattern of choosing the same type of man doesn't mean choosing a perfect partner. Perfection does not exist in relationships. What it means is choosing a partner who supports your growth, respects your individuality, and shares common values and goals. It's about finding someone who complements you, not completes you. Relationships are about mutual growth and support, and the right partner will encourage you to be the best version of yourself. For many women, part of breaking this cycle also involves learning to trust their instincts. When a woman is emotionally wounded or uncertain, her instincts may become clouded by fear, insecurity, or the desire to avoid loneliness. This can lead her to make decisions based on external pressures or internal insecurities, rather than trusting her gut. But when she takes the time to truly connect with her intuition, she begins to recognize the warning signs and red flags that may have been overlooked in the past. Learning to trust these instincts is an empowering part of the process, and a key to making better choices in love. As women begin to heal and grow, they naturally start to attract different types of partners. These partners will not reflect the emotional wounds of the past, but will instead offer a love that is kind, nurturing, and supportive. They will encourage growth, offer stability, and be emotionally available in ways that past partners may not have been. These types of relationships are not built on drama or intensity, but on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. Attracting the right partner doesn't happen by chance. It happens through self-awareness, healing, and emotional growth. As a woman learns to heal her emotional wounds, set healthy boundaries, and embrace her self-worth, she becomes magnetic to the kind of love that is fulfilling, nurturing, and healthy. This journey may take time, but it is ultimately the path to true love, the kind of love that brings peace, joy, and a sense of belonging. In the end, the reason women fall for the same type of man is not about the man himself, but about the emotional patterns, needs, and desires that lie within. It's about understanding those patterns, healing past wounds, and learning to set boundaries and prioritize self-love. Only then can a woman break free from the cycle of unhealthy relationships and attract a love that truly serves her well-being and happiness. The journey toward healthy, fulfilling love is a transformative one. For many women, breaking the pattern of falling for the same type of man begins with understanding the deep-rooted reasons behind their attraction to particular traits or behaviors. Often, it's not about the man himself, but the emotional needs, past experiences, and psychological triggers that are at play. The truth is that relationships are more complex than we sometimes realize, and recognizing why we choose the same type of man is the first step toward meaningful change. For some women, these patterns might stem from childhood experiences. Perhaps there was a father figure who was emotionally unavailable, and now, as an adult, she finds herself seeking out partners who mirror that emotional distance. It's as though there is a subconscious desire to recreate the dynamics of the past, hoping that this time, the outcome will be different. But the reality is that unless the past emotional wounds are healed, these patterns will continue to repeat themselves. The father figure, or any significant early relationship, becomes a template for what feels familiar, even when that familiarity doesn't lead to happiness or fulfillment. There's something powerful about familiarity. It's comfortable. It's what we know. For many women, emotional unavailability, neglect, or inconsistency from their early relationships is something they learn to cope with. They may have learned to internalize these behaviors and believe that love looks a certain way, one that is filled with highs and lows, with moments of intimacy followed by emotional distance. As a result, when they enter relationships in adulthood, they may find themselves drawn to partners who exhibit similar traits. The cycle continues, and they wonder why they keep falling for the same type of person. But there's hope. Breaking the cycle begins with becoming aware of these patterns. When a woman recognizes that her choices in love are driven by unconscious patterns formed in the past, she can begin to make more conscious decisions about the type of partner she truly wants. This awareness is empowering. It allows her to step outside the confines of